about love. Welcome back to another episode of the BlackHand Side Show. I'm that brother, Professor T, holding it down behind the board. And to my left, as always, we got
Cone Crush. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
crushing them like Crush Groove. My man in the middle in the purple dashiki.
That's right, this Black Mean on the scene, you know what I mean?
Black Mean on the scene. And on the phone, all the way calling from home. Who we got?
Be focused.
Be
Always.
focused. Yes, sir, brother. Be focused. All right. So we bringing it in. Yeah, that's ironic, man. You know, okay, we bring it in. It just rhymes. All right. So here we going in. So we're going to start off this episode with Trump time because there's so much Trump to get to this week. We touching on last week's Trump time.
Trump time?
Yes, sir. We had Arizona is now passed a rule saying that they can seize your assets if you protest either the Trump immigration law or anything having to do with Trump. Now, I don't know how they plan on doing that, but they say they're coming for your assets, your house, your cars, your bank accounts. And the question is, where is the assets? Where are they going to go? I don't know.
See, black folk ain't tripping. Well, they ain't taking the EBT card, is they?
Ain't that a bitch?
Oh, see why all black folk got to be on the EBT, though.
Playing the stereotype.
I'm just playing, man.
Playing the stereotype.
Oh,
but here's something else they did. Okay, let's talk about more what's going on in the world of the United States of Trump. All right. So recently in San Francisco, at SFO, San Francisco International Airport, they had a plane that was going domestic flight, mind you, from San Francisco to New York City, and they stationed custom officers outside of the plane and were checking the IDs of people before they boarded, making sure they had the legal right to be in the country. All right. So San Francisco is supposed to be a sanctuary city, and they are still making sure whether we get you here or in New York, if you are legal, you're going to hit the road, Jack. All right. So,
hey, Trump is a gangster.
He is a gangster,
man. That's like you know how them youngsters be like, they say don't come to my hood, and they say, man, I'm gonna pull up. That's what Trump say. What sanctuary city? What? Pull up. I'm about to pull up, and he's been pulling up in all the sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
Like once they got on the news and tried to make statements, like that's why he showed up in Washington, because the governor tried to get up there and flex and make a statement. Well, we I'm with you. You see the governor, you see the mayor of New York. I'm a Muslim. You seen him? I'm a Muslim too. Yeah. So they're all doing it. All these sanctuary cities are saying they're Muslims and they're immigrants, and Trump's sending everybody there. It's gangster pulling up.
Well, he's a piece of work because recently he had a press conference at the White House, and he says he believes in freedom of speech, and which includes freedom of the press. However, he banned certain entities from showing up to the press conference. He only invited news outlets that are considered particularly conservative. So I know Politico magazine didn't get the invite. CNN was banned. The Los Angeles Times, I believe the New York Times, and a host of other entities. I truly believe when you start limiting freedom of the press to report what's actually going on, you are well on your way to being a dictator. We need to watch that, folks.
Professor T, I don't believe CNN was banned because they weren't conservative. Donald Trump doesn't like homosexuals.
Okay, well, hey,
and,
whatever the reason may be.
They got a lot of homos. No, I'm just kidding. They do. Donald Trump is, man, I don't know what to say about that. It's like, how can you say in one breath you believe in freedom of the press and in the same breath ban people from the press? Like,
it was convenient. It's fake news if it's against him, and if it's for him, then it's just the truth. So
I say one thing though, he got them all riled up, and they all going after him. So I think we're gonna start seeing some real journalism come out of this. I hope so, and this politically correct era, I hope it's over as well.
Well,
so you're saying that this will spark people to actually
report the facts and not try to sway you one way or the other?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening. I mean, it happened during the Vietnam era, when they really start taking pictures and stuff of what's really going on.
Yeah, they gotta tell me what's right. You know what I'm saying? Don't be telling me what's right. Tell me what's real.
That's right.
You know.
That's very true.
That's
very
the famous saying of Colton Crush.
Yes,
y'all write that down.
You heard it here first. Don't tell me what's right. Tell me what's real.
Matter of fact, that need to go. That need to be a post.
Yeah.
That need to be
Bumper sticker, T-shirt,
bumping gums.
Let's get it.
Oh shoot! Lately, in case you haven't noticed, we now have a full strike aircraft carrier. That means that a aircraft loaded with full strike capabilities, aircraft with full armed ammunition in the South China Sea, which obviously I don't know any country that would feel comfortable with the United States aircraft carrier being positioned within a couple hundred miles of their coastline. However, our particular concern is out there because China not only we indebted to them, but they are our main manufacturing source, and there has been a lot of tension between China and the United States lately. So putting an aircraft carrier is just one of the many short things on the short list that Donald Trump has done that can be questionable. But since this is the BlackHand sideshow, I think perhaps the biggest thing that we need to be alarmed about is Trump's Attorney General, Sellers, has rescinded the order that was put in place by the Obama administration that limited and eradicated privatized prisons from the federal prison system. He says that he is reinstating privatized prisons, and he believes that they're necessary to be ahead of the curve of where we are headed. And while he did that, he also, in the same breath, they said the federal government is going to go after all the states and all the individuals in states who are using recreational marijuana since they're breaking federal law. He implied that that's where they're going to go. So, you know, we in the BlackHand sideshow don't really care how you feel about one way or another about smoking weed. But if you are there, just know that they have a plan for y'all young brothers. So watch your backs.
I mean, Sellers is a cracker.
Well, first off, Sellers was not confirmed in a position in the 60s because he was an overt, flamboyantly racist person.
That was the 80s, brother. I mean to correct you.
Oh, it was Ronald Reagan, right?
Yeah, during the 80s.
Okay, I misspoke. I meant the 80s. Ronald, the great
Ronald
Reagan. Good Lord. How could I mistake that? It was a slip of the tongue. I apologize. Nevertheless, not confirmed. Now he's in as Attorney General over the law of the land, a known racist, the second known racist, along with Steve Bannon, on Trump's cabinet or in a position that's highly necessary and highly important to the Trump administration.
Professor, do you know what's funny about that? When it was even implied that Obama was friends with a dude who was so-called a black radical or something like that, whatever. The preacher dude, remember him? Right. He had to distance himself quick. We never heard from bro again. We never heard about them being friends no more. Yeah. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so now let me ask y'all this: does that make Obama not real? Because he should have said, "That's my boy." Matter of fact, I'm putting him in the cabinet. So does it make Trump more real to say, "Oh, I don't care, it's my boy"? Oh yeah, he racist, but that's my partner. I'm putting him here. So, I'm saying, I started asking questions. I was like, does it make Trump more real, or is it just because he can get away with that?
Well, I think it's both. Because he is being real. You know what I mean? Everybody got the information we got. You know, this dude has history of being a racist, so it's not like nobody don't know. Like it's a big secret, and then he's just being real with it. You know, hey, this my dude. I'm putting him down with me. And who gonna say what?
Be focused.
Obama had to walk on eggshells. Trump got the House with him. Trump, you know what I mean? He got a lot of things swinging in his favor. And to me, I don't think he really making these serious political calls. I think it's, the vice president, it's the people behind him.
Be focused. You feel me?
Calls. He making business moves.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I already know if you were still there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Though, do you feel me? Like, does it make him do it make him more real? Because like I said, like Obama, when that preacher dude was talking that stuff, I distanced myself, and we never heard about Brett no more.
I think it's both. Because I mean, and I think that's kind of what's wrong with us as as a people is we're too worried about the repercussions versus what should happen for the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like if we were, I think we would worry more about us and less about trying to assimilate, then we would, as a whole, be in a better position. You know what I'm saying? But once we get to a certain place, we got to worry about keeping that status or being able to stay in that space versus how do I make sure that everybody after me can come to this place? You know what I'm saying? Or is that what he was doing? Like if you think about, like, for instance, this is kind of off topic a little bit, but I'm gonna bring it back to what I'm to making it on topic. If you think about Jackie Robinson being the first black player to play in the Major League Baseball, you know what I'm saying? He let people call him niggas and didn't fight back, and you know what I'm saying, all this stuff because he was the first one, right?
And so, I heard he wasn't even the most talented. I heard that there was way more talented people. They just he had the right
disposition.
Much more, yes. But he was the one that wasn't going to stir up too much trouble.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Out to Josh Gibson.
And that's the one that always gets put out in the front. You know what I'm saying. And I think that we need more of the people who going to stir up the trouble in order for us to be heard. You know what I mean. And to be not just to be heard, but to be respected, because that's what America respects. You know what I'm saying? They respect Trump because Trump gonna say what like he want to, and he don't give a fuck who so say. You know, he don't care who say what.
And he getting shit done. He doing what he said he was gonna do.
They tend to shoot the brothers in trouble, mate.
You right.
Say what?
I said the reason that brothers don't trouble make these days because they tend to shoot them
quickly.
Right. But some people don't care about that part. You know what I'm saying? And my argument was always maybe some more people, less people worry about getting shot and worry more about not caring about getting shot. You know what I'm saying? And put the people first. Now, I'm not saying that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I can't put myself in that position and say I do that, because I think I'd be scared to get shot too. But at the same time, I think if you're going to put yourself in the forefront, you can't worry about the repercussion. You have to worry about the mission.
But
you know what I mean?
At the same time, I feel like a lot of brothers be hypocritical because they ain't afraid to get shot by the ops. You know what I mean? By the dudes across town. They ain't afraid to get shot by them or shoot at them. You know what I'm saying? But if you say, oh, sure, man, he get shot. You can't say that to the president. You'll get shot. You're like, wait a minute. You can't walk across town. You get shot. I ain't worried about that. Shoot at all them niggas. But no, wait a minute. But you scared to be. So that's why I get disgruntled with our people. But back with the Trump thing, I'm just saying, like, for him to be able to appoint racists and stuff like that, I don't know. I just question my mind. Does that make him just more real, or is he just he's able to get away with that? You know what I mean? Like, can he just get away with that because?
All right. Well, a recent poll from the public policy polling system has 46% of Americans in favor of Trump and 46% of Americans in favor of impeaching Trump, with the 8% not reporting or other. But there is a split. And obviously we see America divided. Half the people think he should be impeached. Half the people think he should not be impeached. Of those people, there's 38% that think he is doing an excellent job. A McClatchy poll that was published later on says that his current approval rating is 42%, which is amongst the lowest of presidents that have been put in immediately 1 month after their inauguration. By comparison, Obama's 1 month inauguration approval rating was 72%. So he's controversial, to say the least, and we'll have more on Trump coming at you. So stay tuned for the next foolish thing he does. But we're going to get into our show now, BlackHand Side Show, and we're going to start out with a very interesting topic, especially for the brothers. And some of you might not know. I think most of you do know, but some of you might not know. So we're going to start off with a little bit of educational history, and then we're going to get into our next thing here. So just listen real quick.
The leader of the Blackville Club arose last Labor night and said when we were on parade today, I really felt so much ashamed I wished I could turn white, 'cause all the white folks marched with banners gay. Just at the stand, the German band, they waved their flag and played to Walk Dem Rhine. The Scotch Brigade, each man arrayed in new plaid dresses, marched to Old Lang Syne. Even Spaniards and Swedes, folks of all kinds and creeds, had their banner except the coon alone. Every nation can brag about some kind of a flag. Why can't we get an emblem of our own? Bonnie's got the gloves of this song. Turkey has her crescent moon. And what won't Yankees do for the old red, white, and blue? Every race has a flag but the coon.
All right, this song we just heard was a minstrel song show from the early 1900s that is entitled "Every Race Has a Flag But the Coon." All right, this song was paraded amongst the early 1900s, and it was directly inspirational to Marcus Garvey to create a flag in response to the direct insult. And this flag, created by Marcus Garvey and the United Negro Improvement Association, is the RBG flag, flown high by all black peoples today. It is a flag that is representative of all peoples of the African diaspora, and in fact has been made into the country flag of many flags of the countries of Africa. And our brother Colton Crush has an interesting question that he posed as we were talking. How do people feel about the RBG flag, and should we support it? And since he posed it, I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about it, my brother.
Okay, the RBG flag, red, black, and green. I feel like it's not on people's radars anymore. I don't feel like we have that national pride about it anymore. So I pose the question, do we still rep it? Or are we going into a direction with our youth where they're gonna fall in it and just represent the United States flag?
So you're saying you're for it?
For what?
The RBG flag.
I'm for the RBG flag.
Okay.
I think I feel like it's dying off with the younger generation.
We got to bring it back.
And how do we bring that back? How do we bring that national pride back? Or is it going to be a situation where people just basically just align with the American flag?
I'm gonna let all y'all talk. 'Cause I'm gonna crush.
Well, let us talk then.
I'm just saying.
Why you talking?
I mean, why you got to get all like that? I was just saying. Look, I'm gonna let all y'all speak on this because I want to hear what y'all got to say. Because I know I'm gonna crush Colton. I'm gonna crush his whole argument.
Then let somebody else talk.
So
then.
let everybody
What are you
go.
talking for?
I'm
Be
saying.
focused, Professor T. Who want to
Professor
talk?
T. Professor
This
T.
dude want to talk about how he ain't gonna talk.
I'm gonna crush his whole thing.
I'm gonna talk about not talking.
There actually is a UNIA Pan-African flag that is the American flag, and the colors of it's actually the African American flag. It's made by David Hammonds. Many countries of Africa have made the red, black, and green colors. It's the red, the blood of the people that have been spilt over the time of slavery to now. And before that, in the colonization of Africa, the black, the color of our skin, and the green lushness of Africa is what the colors stand for. Biafra, which is now Nigeria, Malawi, Libya, Kenya, and St. Kitts and Nevis, and a bunch of other countries have used it of the African diaspora, which is speaking directly to Marcus Garvey's belief of Africa for the Africans. But me personally, I believe I support the red, black, and green. I support what it stands for. I support the fact that Marcus Garvey had an idea that there's no way that a black man would get a fair shake in this system, and we need to define land of our own. He specifically believed in going back to Africa. I'm not certain that is a viable method due to the colonization methods that are there, but I think that flag puts a pride into the race of our people, and I think it's something that gives us knowledge of self, and we should band around that flag, support it, and if the kids don't know it, they need to know what it means.
Okay, so that's 2 for the flag. Okay.
Brother B Focus, what you think about
This
it?
dude always saying something. His breath, man.
Of course, I love the essence of what it stands for. You know what I mean? But I don't know if people, if black people in particular, if they even really care anymore enough about that, because we've been so, we try to be so, let me see the best way to put it. We try to be so accepted. You know what I mean? So I don't think that they care about the what the flag means as far as the majority of the black people. Now there's a small group, including ourselves, that still have that inner Garvey in us. You know what I'm saying? Or that rebel or that revolutionary militant in us.
Don't include me in this one.
I don't think that all of us I'm not talking about necessarily the flag. I'm talking about the essence of what the flag stands for. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that all of us are at that point. So I don't think whether we keep it or we don't keep it, I don't think that's going to make a difference in where we go as a people until we kind of get more educated and get out the needing to be accepted by others outside of us.
Is that for or against the flag?
I guess I'm kind of indifferent to it. You know what I'm saying? So I like I said, I love what the essence of the flag means. You know, the
Are
colors,
you going to teach it to your kids?
That the colors mean, what the colors mean.
Be focused.
Do I think that the flag will have an impact on us changing our state? No.
Well, brother, hey, I just want to
be. I can't give am I for the flag or not?
I want to be your campaign manager.
I'm neither one.
That was a great political answer you gave. Okay, I want to be your campaign. When you running? Okay,
I'm already in motion.
Are you going to teach it to your kids? The pride in the flag.
Oh yeah, am I going to teach the pride in the flag?
Because that's the only way it leads on.
I'm going to teach the pride in themselves. You know what I mean? Because the flag is just the flag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The flag is just the flag. We still don't have a country to hang it in.
Well, we have the right of road in Ghana.
At least we got our own country.
Y'all keep sneaking.
Hey, Ghana allows us citizenship.
Look,
no, I mean, yeah, but how many of us are going to, necessarily go to Ghana as a mass force? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that I'm gonna teach them pride in themselves. I'm gonna teach them what the flag means and the essence of it, because that's a beautiful thing.
Right on.
But I'm also gonna make sure that they understand that the flag means nothing without the people understanding what the flag is meant for. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm neither for it or against it, but I definitely ain't for the American flag.
Well, that's why we gotta teach the people before you say what you're gonna say, because I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna read you the lyrics of the song just so you understand where Marcus was coming from and how the song says, "Show me the race or the nation without a flag, and I will show you a race of people without any pride. In song and mimicry, they have said every race has a flag but the coon." It's actually one of the songs that introduced coon into the American lexicon. How true, but that was said of us 4 years ago. They can't say it now. That's what Marcus Garvey said. That was said of us 4 years ago, but they can't say it now. So go ahead, man. Go ahead. What you got to say, brother? I'm curious,
okay,
man.
Now this is what I'm going to say. First of all, Bud, since you're running from the roast, I am against it. And let me tell you why. The same reason
to be contrary.
No, I don't like to be contrary, but it's the same reason. It's the same reason what you just said. Okay, black people are always reacting to something, and we love symbolism. Oh, we got us a flag now. We got us a flag too. Guess what? We got us a flag, but we still don't got nothing. We want to sit here to have pride in the flag. We had us a black president. Still don't got nothing. Black people love symbolism. You know what I'm saying? Mandela the president. Guess what? Symbolism. What South Africa still 30% 33% unemployment, still got murder rate, all kind of stuff. But guess what? They had a black president. So what's a flag gonna do? I'm not gonna teach my kids to have pride in any flag. No American flag, no flag. That's a symbol. You know what I'm saying? You teach about yourself. Teach them about themselves and teach them about the people. You don't need a flag. And so people want to have RBG. Black people want to run. Black people. This is the thing. Black people want to be instilled with a false pride. That's the problem. We're instilled with a reactionary pride. Well, guess what? We're still man. I mean, I already know. I mattered when I was born.
Well, you get on something different, man. The Black Lives Matter people and UNIA is something different. Black Lives Matter. We'll get y'all in a minute.
I'm not getting it. But I'm saying though, is Garvey's, the flag was made out of an emotional reaction. An emotional reaction to give symbolism, to instill more pride, and we all know what pride. We all know what pride does.
You can't act as if Brother Marcus Garvey wasn't doing nothing for the people.
Is it not an emotional reaction?
That was needed at that time, though.
Was it not an emotional reaction?
And it was galvanizing for the people.
Was it an emotional reaction?
It was emotional. Okay. Yeah, but we needed somebody with emotion.
That's our problem, though. Our problem is we react our emotion, and people are look. It's funny to them. It's just like Muslims, right? Somebody goes make a cartoon about the problem. They in the streets going crazy. People go crazy when they burn Qurans. Well, that's why people memorize it.
Right, but that's in this time right now.
Well, I'm just saying though, it's the same. It's the same. But people emotionally react the same, and that does not get results. Okay, I'm not saying that Garvey didn't get any results, but as far as the state of our people, the results are very minimal.
I don't know. Marcus Garvey was one of the first revolutionary brothers in this country.
He was
make a mass improvement.
I mess with Garvey. I'm not saying nothing about that.
I think you have to.
But let's tell the truth about it. Was it not an emotional reaction?
But you have to play on people's emotions.
It does matter.
You have to play on people's emotion to get them to react.
That's how you get the people. You have to tap into their emotions in order to get them to follow you.
I'm with you.
If you don't tap into their emotions, they won't follow you.
Yeah.
They might not even listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
You got to find something to get them to move them.
Yeah. So in that time, that was needed.
Yeah.
But we're not in that time no more, is what I'm saying. So what the foundation of the message with the people that was in the room was what was needed, and that's what I want my children to know. What the foundation was, why it came about.
I'm sorry.
What was the reason for it? Now, is it going to make a difference in what's going on in their world today? Probably not, but they'll at least know.
I'm just saying,
and that's the key, knowing.
I'm just saying, is black people settle for symbolism. We'll take some symbolism. We love some symbolism. We'll settle for it. Oh, okay, we got some flag now. That's my whole point. Oh, we got some black president now. Look what we got.
But
and all the kids still dying on South Side Chicago.
We're so ignorant and we don't have leaders now. In that time, it was about more.
There was no leaders back then. That's why Garvey had to be the leader. Who was the leader back then?
That's what I'm saying. There's been black leaders throughout history, starting with Garvey.
Yeah, Garvey. You had W.B. Du Bois.
Those people were leaders in a time where it was way crazier for us than it is now.
Yeah, you could lose your life, trying to stand up.
So
I mean, hold on now. The brothers losing their life selling cigarettes now. I mean, I'm saying.
I understand that. I think it was a good way to get the people emotionally riled up and motivated in the right direction. Nowadays, I feel like America is just as much ours as anybody's, and no disrespect to the Indians out there, but I feel like our ancestors put in more work to develop America to what it is today.
Try telling that to Ronald McDonald Trump.
I ain't worried about Ronald McDonald Trump. I'm talking to the audience and the people out there, So I think if there's anything, America.
I think we settle too much symbolism. Professor T, can you
not that a flag is going to do anything.
Do you agree with
anybody?
me? We settle for too much symbolism.
Yeah, I agree. We settle for symbolism. My problem is this though. I think American, especially blacks in America in the 20s, were at a very crucial. We were still at a crucial crossroad right now. But I think at that time, as the brother said, we were getting lynched at a high clip. There was segregation. Jim Crow laws were in full effect. And you had Marcus Garvey, who was really trying to mobilize and make a legitimate movement happen now, okay? I think there's a difference between that now. And that his teachings led to Malcolm X's father being a follower of that, and went to Al-Haj Malik's. He went to Brother Al-Haj Malik's teachings, and that all came out of that same diaspora. So it's a different dynamic. Now I feel like the problem is, after they killed Malcolm, after they killed Martin, after they killed, they killed Khalid Abdul-Muhammad, all these people. But nowadays, the bottom line is, I feel the biggest problem we have, as you say, is we don't have any black leadership now. There's no black leadership, and who do they look to every time there's something that happens? And they call it black leadership. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. When 99% of the people I know wouldn't even have them over to the house for dinner. They don't want to see Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. You crazy, crooked sons of guns. But, that's who they look to as leadership.
Al be having his perm right, too.
Hey, he look weird, man. He got the big head, man. He lost all that weight, man. He got that big head. I ain't talking about Al. You still a black man. But the point is, I don't think you speak for us as a leader. I think that the reality is the real leaders with the real motivation that were out on the front lines, really, down to go and get down toe to toe and save the people. I think that's what we lack today. So
I kind of feel, though, at the same time, I'm gonna defend Al just a little bit, Professor T, in this aspect. Is like Al is kind of like the old quarterback that was good back in the day, and he's still with the franchise, and we haven't replaced him yet. I think that
ain't no draft. Where the revolutionary draft at?
But I'm just saying, though, like used to be the people pick the leader. You know what I'm saying? They put him. You know what I mean? Now we don't. Unless he's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or he's LeBron James or something. You know what I mean? It's like, we don't give any of the brothers a chance. So in Al's defense, it's like he's there because we still allow him to be there. See what I'm saying?
Well, he seems to find his way there. I don't know about Al. He got the same perm as James Brown from back in the day. But circling back around to the RBG, I'm for. Sounds like we're split. Colton Crush, you for it?
I'm for the understanding of it, why it was brought up, but I don't think we need to use it as a symbolism to move us forward. If there's a way for us to rally around it emotionally and get us to where we need to go in the right direction, then I'll be for it. But does it do anything? It's just a materialistic thing.
Change his
just
mind.
Like change my mind. I never even said anything. I posed the question, and then you start saying, "I'm gonna let everybody talk first before I talk."
All right, settle down.
All I did was
brothers.
pose the question.
My question is this though: if you don't care, do you think we should get rid of it then?
No, I don't think we should get rid of it. Not at all, because I think what it started when Marcus Garvey presented it. I think what it started is a pivotal point for us as a people.
We get our own country.
I think he was trying to rally us together.
We get our own country, then I take a flag. We can plant it, stamp it.
But it needs. I think it needs to stay because it's a part of our history.
Yeah.
So it has to. It has to be. It has to stay. It just like slavery has to stay. You know what I mean? People try to act like slavery didn't happen, or there's not racism anymore. Those things have to stay because that's a part of our history.
Got to know where you come from to know where you're going.
So those things have to be in our story. But I think that also in our story has to be something that allows us to try to grow and unify. You know what I mean? If we were to be unified around the flag as a people, then I'd be all for it. You know what I mean? But I could ask 30 kids, and I can guarantee you that 29 of them will say, "Oh, I don't know what the RBG flag is." And so
can you hear us out there live?
Say it again.
I'm asking. Go ahead, B-Focus. I'm asking to hear us. Go ahead. I'm listening to you because they're saying they can't hear us.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, when they're talking, they say they can't hear it.
Now you need to say that on the show, but it looks like the microphone is not plugged in all the way.
But yes, like I was saying, if we were unified as a people, and we came together as a people and said, look, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna work towards.
Yeah.
We gonna work towards this. We're gonna put this segment of we're gonna work on solidifying this portion of America, and this is gonna be ours. And we're gonna have these banks and this and this and this. This is gonna be the colors of our flag. Then I'm all for it. You know what I mean? But otherwise, it's just a part of our history that I think our kids need to know about, because it's where it helped them to get to where they are today. But it's still not a defining thing as far as who we are as a people. I don't think
it may not be defining per se, but it's a symbol of unity amongst the people. And I vote we keep them on. All right, so it's that time for everybody's favorite Muslim to drop a little bit of what's going on in the world and tell us what's in and what's...
No, that's out, man.
That's out, man.
Oh,
y'all hearing us out there now, because y'all need to hear why stuff is out, okay? The first thing we running with on That's Out this week, and this is for the brothers out there, because I know y'all go through this, because I done been through this. This is what's out. White women thinking we want them all.
No, that's out, man.
Let me tell you why it's out, right? Because y'all being selfish, first of all. Because you think we just want y'all. Okay, we want all of them.
All of them?
All of them. Okay? I'm like Captain Kirk. Okay, so you be agreeing. Hey, look. Anyway, but that's out, okay? Now, on the way over here, me and Colton Crush, we were stuck in traffic. We were trying to find our way over here to the studio, get to the show. And a blonde-haired blue goddess was walking down the street, and she saw a couple brothers, and she let us know very clear, not over here. She scratched her head, showing us the big wedding ring or big engagement ring on her hand. And we weren't even paying attention until we saw her doing. Now, we're men. We see a woman walking. I mean, sometimes you see a big fat woman in tights. You might look. You're like, oh, man, didn't even look at that. But she's still a woman, so you might have looked. So we were paying attention to her just like any man would. We looked, glanced. We weren't staring. And she tried to, and it was just like this thing. I don't know, is it me? But I get, I say it on the camera. I like Starbucks, okay? So I see me a lot of white women in Nike suits and
first
Nike.
brother to Daishiki going in the
That's
Starbucks.
right. And so they seem to be like, I feel like, they, you ever be behind them and they pull their jacket down?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, try to cover up their body and whatnot.
You don't even be looking at you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
I mean,
that's
that could be a subconscious thing for women.
Maybe it's me.
It could be.
Well, that's out. White women think that.
No, that's out, man.
Okay. Second thing that's out, and this really, really hurts my heart, because he's my favorite basketball player ever.
Your favorite?
Favorite all-time basketball player, because I really thought that I was the same size as him, and that's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's out, Shaq, okay? Stop trying to fight over the McGee. What's his name? Was it Jamel McGee? JaVale McGee. Okay, that's out, Shaq, all right? Shaq on Twitter talk about bitch-ass nigga, and when I see you, I'm a slash. Oh, no. I say it's out, not because I don't think that Shaq can't do it, but I don't think Shaq's in enough shape to be doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at Shaq up there, and he's been getting bigger and bigger as
good.
See, keep on sitting next to Charles. Him and Charles eating between breaks. They like a commercial sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. I was looking over there. I said, Shaq ain't got no neck no more. I said, he got insoles.
I mean, he comfortable. The brother comfortable.
Shaq got big gay on. He do big gay too. I was like, oh, hey, man. That's out, Shaq. Okay? Trying to fight the young man and all on Twitter tripping. I know Trump tripping on Twitter and you support him. That's out too, Shaq.
No, that's out, man.
Right? And for our sellout of the week, who's got to be gone and booted from the black race.
Oh, see, the black race can't afford you no more.
Can I get a drum roll? Kanye West. Yeezus.
I thought we evicted him already.
Yeezus. Nah, Yeezus wasn't all the way gone.
Not Yeezus.
I hadn't got rid of Yeezus yet. I ain't got rid of old Yeezy yet, okay? He's out, though, okay? He's all the way out.
Why you out? Why Yeezy's out?
I struggle with this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the college dropout. You know what I mean? I even like the next one. What's the graduation or late red, whatever it was?
Late registration.
Late registration. I like those, albums. I thought, he came with some stuff. But he started to lose me, after that. And then the Kim Kardashian thing. And it's just like, it's hard for me when you make a song saying that as soon as he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. And then you like do the same thing. It's like, I don't mind you being with a white girl, but don't be that guy and then
talking mess about it
and talking mess about it and then go
and then
do
give
it.
The stripper version of it.
Yeah, and be the exact guy you were talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why Kanye is out. You know what I'm saying? And your shoes suck.
No, that's out, man.
That's out of here. And your shoes suck. Take that to the bank, boy.
Can you hear us now, Janelle?
All right. So we keeping it moving. That's out. Brought to you by Muslims around the world, Black Power, and Starbucks. Apparently, I'm just kidding. Starbucks gets no play in this ride. We're gonna talk about something more important to our community, and that's black business. All right, black business. Do you support black business? Everyone, think to yourself. We say why the old black man can't say business. He say business. Black businesses. You support black business or business, whatever percentage you got. Think to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Do you support black business? If there's a black business and there's a regular mainstream business, will you go out of your way to support the black business? What percentage do you think you do, and why? And do we have enough black businesses in our communities to keep us, self-sustained? Is another question that we should think about when we're responding to this. Obviously, we've been into some black establishments that were stellar. They did a wonderful job. The product was great. The service was great. But we've also been into some black businesses. I won't say any names, but me and Brother Black Mean took a trip to Cleveland lately, and we've seen a lot of black customer service that left more than a little bit to be desired. So as we're going along, let's start with you, Be Focused. How do you feel about black business? Do you patronize black business? Is there enough black business in your community? Do you feel like you can patronize black business? And how do you feel about your interactions when you have patronized black business?
To be honest, I don't patronize black business as much as I should. And with that said, there's not really very many black businesses to patronize in my area. And I think that I patronize mainstream businesses because of the convenience, because it's cheaper, for reasons that I probably shouldn't, but I do anyway, And so I think that if there was more opportunities for us to have business ventures, if we trust each other more, to have partnerships, to be able to open up grocery stores or open up car shops or whatever the case may be, that I would patronize them more, even if I had to pay a little more. But it's so hard to find those businesses unless it's a restaurant. You know what I mean? And I make soul food at home. So it's tough for me to patronize something that I don't really have access to. But with that said,
I think that's key.
It's sometimes it's more convenient to go to a store that has a larger name that can purchase items in bulk that could sell you a carton of eggs for $2.99 versus you have to go to a mom and pop's place and pay $5 for that same carton of eggs. You know what I mean? So it like I said, it's about convenience for me too.
I think it's
I would love
important
to support more black businesses, but I just don't have the ability to do that in my area.
I think it's convenient to note that black people don't even own the mom and pop stores no more. I mean, we're talking about Cleveland. I mean, you go to all the mom and pop stores aren't owned by black people.
Yeah, the Arabs and the Koreans got it.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, You know, not even black people don't even own the mom and pop stores no more. You know what I mean? Not not what I'm seeing anymore.
I think it's a lack of just making that attempt to find out where these black-owned businesses are. Because if you can get online and Google black businesses, and you can find, a black directory in your location, wherever area you are. If not, order online for the little things. I'm speaking more so on just showing black business support, because if we are to become a force and a power, we got to start with ourselves. The government isn't going to help us. We already know that. We don't even have the people in positions of power to do that. Everybody thought, Obama's as president was going to help us change things, and thought it was cool because we had him in position of power, but it really didn't change anything for our people as a whole. At least I feel. But I think it's a fact of actually putting that effort for it, because if you Google, like I said, black business in whatever city you are, I'm sure something will come up. Or if there's just something that you need that you can order online, why not do that? So I'm in support of black businesses. I always try to seek out black businesses to help out. If there's any way I can give them my money, I'm gonna give them my money, because I think that's the only way we move forward and become a force on the financial level.
Well, see, I think my problem is not so much that you don't know what a black business is. I mean, in some cities there just is not a lot of black business, and that's a reality situation. But now, if you do know what a black business is, let's say there's a black bakery in your city, would you make the extra 10-minute trek, 20-minute trek to go patronize the cake for the bakery for your kid's birthday cake, or for a dessert for your peoples?
Yes.
Or would you just go to the local Vaughn, Safeway, whatever you got there, and use just the mainstream for the convenience of it? The problem is that most people would answer the question of whether or not they would drive the extra 10, 15, 20 minutes to patronize the black business. I think that, unfortunately, people have the mindset that they would just go around the corner and get the closest thing just because they have, it's convenient. They might have too much to plan for a party, or, they don't want to go out of the way to do that. I think the problem with our people in our community is we don't patronize black businesses. And to be realistic, black business, we got to get it together. You got to have good customer service. You got to have an adequate product. You got to be competitive with your price. I'm not saying don't try to make money. I'm saying just be competitive with your price. We have to have that. But that being said, there needs to be support from the community, because if you look at the Chinese communities, we take Chinatown, the Chinese people patronize their community. They have everything. They have everything that they need to run their community basically self-sufficiently. They don't really even use the police. They have their own security networks. They have their own hospitals. They have their own restaurants. They employ their own people. They keep the dollars in their community. We do not practice group financial economics, and I think that's the biggest problem in our community. So, I don't know. Brother Me, in your town, is there sufficient black business in your town?
I wouldn't say sufficient. I mean, there's black business there, but nowhere near sufficient. And there's a problem with a couple of the black businesses, like you go to some of the hoods, and like the black business is called like blank and things.
And things.
Like things. Like
things. Like THANGS.
Yeah. And so it's like.
Or Z.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Just because it's in the hood, like, and people live there. Like you wouldn't want to promote your business to, like, I mean, I guess you're just like minimal. You're making yourself minimal. You're like local. Like you're really localizing yourself by doing that. You know what I mean?
Marketing into a specific culture. That's
Yeah.
it.
But the thing is, I agree with that. But the thing is, too, we've all seen. I mean, I hate to keep using Cleveland example, but you see, in those places where they got Arabs and Korean coming in, they're selling products that are is basically junk food and poison that's marketed to our kids and marketed to our people using our culture to do it. I mean, I know I've showed you guys. I don't know if you actually seen them, but they had the rap snacks a couple of years back, You know, they had
Yeah,
your
I saw
favorite
that.
rapper,
Yeah.
you know, barbecuing with my honey, Little Romeo, or I can't even think of the other flavors right now. But then they have, to take it a step further, they got the alcoholic drinks. They got Scissor Drank, it's called. You know, and then they got E40, you know, put out the hurricane. I mean, but they have drinks that are specifically marketed towards our people to make money off us. And I mean, it's bad enough that our people do it, but when other races do it and get rich off it, you know, it's really problematic. I mean, we need to learn how to keep the dollars in our community. And the problem is, we are the only race that once the dollars come into our pockets, we hurry up and put it right back in someone else's community.
Hey, yourself.
But could that be an issue of trust within our own community? You know, because we do have that issue, I want to say, you know.
Well, here's the deal, right? So we need to learn group economics. And maybe we'll bring a financial segment to the show just to get some people in. I know a lot of people feel like as long as there's capitalism, we're going to be on the bottom. But we need to navigate the system. I'm not saying you got to be pro-capitalist. But I'm saying right now, as the system is capitalism, we need to learn how to navigate it. And if you want to use your money to change whatever, you can do that later. But you need to establish a power within the system before you could change it. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, you know what? All this rock star talk, I'm thinking about changing the name to the podcast.
To the Black Mean Show?
Man,
Black
I don't even
Mean
want to hear that, man.
and the BlackHand side.
Yeah.
How that
And
sound?
that's the problem.
It sounds like it's time for us to move right along to a positive, not even a positive, to a moment with the brother, Colton Crush. What's our question for today, brother?
All right. The question for today on A Moment with Colton Crush is, and I'm gonna try to throw y'all for a loop on this one.
Uh-oh.
And if you gonna speak Black Mean, then speak. Don't tell me you gonna speak later. It's just speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
If I have to speak later, I'll hold my tongue till
But here, but this is the question though, out there for y'all. If you guys could have white privilege for one day, what would you do?
I'll let the brother
What
Black
would
Mean
you do?
answer that first.
White privilege for one day, what would you do?
Yeah. If I had white privilege for one, man, come back to me on that one. Give me a second.
See, I told you not to do that.
Hey,
I told you not to do that.
That threw me for a loop, man.
Who want to go?
B folks, what would you do if you had white privilege for one day?
White privilege.
Or how would it affect your life if you had white privilege for one day? How would it affect that day?
And I wake up
You wake up and do what?
from the dream I was having.
You wake up from the dream you was having.
snoring?
Yeah, shit. Because I ain't waking up with no white privilege, but if I was,
Hey, you know what? This is sad.
you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know that.
Is this question
I
that
don't
deep?
know.
Is
But
it that
the thing
deep
is,
that
the answer-
that y'all can't answer?
I
The
think
answer
we can't
that
even
comes to my
process it.
the answer that comes to my head is I don't know if I want to say that. That's the problem.
Don't tell me what's right, man. Tell me what's real.
I
What's
said
real in your head.
I might. Okay, I'll keep it real. Since we say real, I might go commit a crime, man. I might go pick the crime that
White collar crime.
I might go rob a bank. I might go do something because think about it. If I go rob a bank, you know what I'm saying? I got about a 60% chance they ain't gonna shoot me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I got a gun and everything. You know what I mean, sir?
Pointing at
Sir.
everything.
Sir,
Put the gun down.
so put it down, right?
I'm not gonna tell you. Please
I
put
might-
it down.
Yeah, I might just go talk to police all kind of way. Just, I mean, see,
Yeah.
I would, you know, on me, I mess around, go get a loan. See, I got white privilege.
Yeah.
I fuck around, go get a loan.
I ain't mad at that.
Excuse me, how you doing? Yeah, I need a.
Hey, now that's thinking. That's thinking right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because white privilege, you get around credit and everything. You know, they do that. I'm telling you, and then especially like bill collectors. I'm telling you, they talk. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I've seen my white friends. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like a white man deals with me different on the bill collector, right? He'll say, he'll listen to me. He'll say everything right, and then he'll say, buddy, at this point, it's out of my hands. They hit you with the out of my hands thing,
Yeah.
right? But let a white dude get on the phone.
Yeah.
They say, buddy, listen, this is what I'm going to do. They hit him with the this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with me, it's out of their hands. So the white privilege thing, I might, like I said, get a loan, get some credit.
Yeah.
I'm applying for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Professor T, we're moving on to you.
That's a good question, man. I think I'm having troubles processing because I can't even fathom what that would mean. I do like the idea of getting a loan. I think that was an excellent answer. I don't know about a loan. I mean, I'd like to get some money. Eddie Murphy once said that white people, when they're by themselves, they give things to each other. I mean, I don't know. But
just go get a job.
I mean, that's a great question because it's so. I really, truly do think that it's so dynamic that it's hard to answer. I mean, it would be nice just to walk through life without knowing that you're being stared at for being black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be just the basic answer. Just go do regular shit and not have to worry about, being victimized or being a suspect just because you're a brother walking down the street.
Yeah, that's
it would be nice not to
right
straighten up at the stoplight, huh? When the police pull up next to you, that'd be nice. You know what I mean? And it's like most of us, or a lot of us, have never been to jail. We're not criminals or nothing. But it's like an automatic instinct. Oh, they're going to police station. You see them? You look, they be 7 cars back here. You see them back there, right? You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, that would be me. For me personally, I think I would enjoy most the aspect of being able just to go out and about my day without having to be mindful that I'm representing my race, so to say, wherever I'm at.
Right.
I can just go into a place and really just be me without, without any, with just straight conscious. Like, hey, I'm just doing me without looking over my shoulder or noticing people looking at me, when I walk in a room, and people being conscious of my presence in the room and kind of eyeing me and seeing what I'm going to do, So I think I would enjoy that. I would enjoy the aspect of just being me individually without my skin having an effect on others,
I can dig
depending on which location. And to keep it real, I might go do something in the whip just to get pulled over so I can cuss a motherfucking cop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just cuss him out.
What's going on?
And know that nothing ain't nothing gonna happen to me. You know what I mean? Most likely ain't nothing gonna happen. I ain't gonna get snatched out the car. I ain't gonna get the guns drawn on me. Like I just get to let off on him and cuss him the fuck out.
Hey, you know what too? I feel you on that point because me and being black with locks,
yeah,
I get looked at like a criminal.
Yeah.
But a white boy with locks is just homeless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's just a homeless guy.
In the Rasta life.
That's it, Rasta.
Rasta
Man, he's a hippie. You know what I'm saying? Happy guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear shoes, socks, or nothing. You know what I mean?
I think you bring up a good point, brother. I think one of the things that I think is difficult for us as black men to do is, and some people just don't give a damn, so they don't think about it. But I think one of the issues that we have is, I know that I've been in quite a few situations where I feel as if I wanted to respond a certain way, but then I'm cognizant of the fact that how that's going to make black people look. It's one of these things where if you have if I'm at a restaurant, for instance, and I get bad service, well, if you get expecting a tip, you need to give good service. So if you get bad service, you don't get a tip. But then it's not looked at as I gave bad service, so I didn't get a tip. Was there something wrong with the service? It's more so looked at as black people don't tip.
Broke. Ain't
Right.
got no money.
Exactly. I had a girl at Cheesecake Factory. I'm calling you out, Cheesecake Factory. She said, "Do you want something to drink?" Now, those that know Professor T know that I haven't had a soda since I was 15 years old. I drink water. It's the nature's drink. You should all drink water. Point being, I said, "I'll just have water." She said, "Well, you don't want a soda?" I said, "No, I'm good. I'll pay for it for you. Don't worry about it." Like I couldn't afford to drink. I said, "No, I don't drink soda, man. I want water." You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of stuff is crazy. You assume that I'm broke because I want to drink water. I just want to drink something healthy. You know what I mean? But I come into problems like this all the time. Yeah. So I think it's problematic that we're always expected, something that white privilege is not. For black people, we're always expected to represent our race. And it's not just little things. Anything we do, it's not just one asshole did some stupid stuff. It's black people, look at black people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's always a representation of that. Mm-hmm. So it's been good talking with y'all today. Let us know how you feel in the comments. If there's anything you want to hear, that you want us to talk about, you can reach us on our social media sites at
The BlackHand Side Show on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The BlackHand Side Show.
The BlackHand Side Show. We love talking with y'all. And on behalf of Brother Black Mean, I am Professor T. We got
Colton Crush signing off.
Saying peace out. And on the phone, sending them home.
Be focused.
Be focused. Always. One love to my black people. We'll see you next time.
Ain't ready to go.
Falling out loud.